Today we're doing the show without my co-host Skip from Atlanta. And I know a lot of you guys are like, where is Skip? I don't know. But what is alleged, what I can tell you guys, what I heard. I can't tell you what I know, but I can tell you what I heard. Because I don't know nothing. But what I heard is that Skip from Atlanta has just decided to become part of the Polar Bear Club. And for those who don't know what the Polar Bear Club is, it's a group of men and women take off all their clothes and they jump in some cold, fizzy water. And they go around and do this. I don't get it. They run around lake to lake, ocean to ocean, or wherever they go, and they just jump in this cold ass water. And I don't know the point of it, but according to my sources, they're saying that Skip has become their latest member. So whenever Skip pops up and he comes back on the show, we're gonna have to question him about this and ask him what's going on and what he got going on, or if he's a part of this at all. Because this is not the Skip that I know, but the word is coming back to me that he's part of this. This is the reason why I haven't been able to get in touch with him. He's in some cold water as we speak. But we'll get to that later. But moving right along. Today's topic is LeBron James and the Miami Heat, and whether or not he needed the Miami Heat to be LeBron James. Now, I don't like to call people out by names. I really don't like it. I don't want to give them no more clout. So I use the word mainstream media. Mainstream media has took LeBron James' statement and they have ran with it and twisted it. Because these guys do not know how to create stories. So being that they don't know how to create stories, they have to put some slander in there, some lies. They have to twist what people say to make stories. And with that said, Stephen A. Oh, I just said I don't like to say names. And Shannon Sharp. Anyway, they went at LeBron, both of them. And first off, Shannon, you're a sellout. Because that was supposed to be your man. You supposed to have been one of us. But you get up on First Take already. Just got on the show, man. Just been there. Ain't been there, what, a month or two? And already you're LeBron James bashing? You wasn't doing that when you was with Skip Bayless. You come over here to First Take, and all of a sudden, you get the shucking and jiving, as I like to call it. Shucking and jiving. That's what he's doing, shucking and jiving. And you don't flip on LeBron. And my point is, you guys are putting words in the man's face, in the man's mouth. Excuse me, putting words in the man's mouth. LeBron, for the record, has never said nothing bad about the Miami Heat. Gave the organization kudos. Gave him kudos. Never said nothing bad about them. Gave him kudos. Said that they was one of the best organizations in basketball. In sports. Period. Didn't say basketball, said in sports. One of the best organizations in sports. That's a highly praise. That's some high praise right there. Then, however, in his defense, he said he will still be the same dominant player that he is known as today, even without his 4 seasons in South Beach. Let me read that again, because this is quote unquote, ladies and gentlemen. LeBron said just this Monday that he would still be the same dominant player that he's known as today, even without his 4 seasons in South Beach. Now, please stop me when I say something wrong. Please stop me. He was dominant before he got to Miami. That's the why Miami wanted him. In fact, not only Miami wanted him, every other team in the NBA wanted him. This is where all the slander come in. He only could play for one. And when he chose the Miami Heat, opposed to going back to Cleveland, or the more popular one that most of the people wanted was for him to go back to New York. Go to New York. He never went there first place. Wanted him to go to New York to play for the Knicks. That was the most popular choice. Since he didn't do that, then here come all the slander. People start talking about how he made the decision. Even though he made the decision at a YMCA where he donated the proceeds, or even it was a Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, something like that. Who cares? He donated the money. Didn't keep the money, so it wasn't like he was trying to hustle. He took the money and whatever club he was in, I think it was the Boys and Girls Club of Greenwich, which donate the money to them. The only thing I had a problem with that is Greenwich. I think they pretty alright down there in Greenwich. If you're gonna come to Connecticut, you should have went to Bridgeport, should have went to New Haven, should have went to Hartford, should have went to South Norfolk, should have went to one of them towns. But whatever. You decide to go to Greenwich, it is what it is. But the man never took the money. He made the decision and he went to Miami. But back to what I was saying. Prior to him going to Miami, he was in Cleveland, about 7 years? He was dominant those 7 years. Year 3, he's in the playoffs. Despite the fact that the Cleveland Cavaliers hadn't been in the playoffs since, off the top of my head, I'd say about 89. Could be a little bit off base, but hadn't been in the playoffs in a long time. LeBron gets them there the 3rd year there. 7 years, they playing competitive basketball. 50 win seasons, as much as a 61 win season. Top of my head, I'm gonna say a 67 win season they had out there. So he was dominant when he got over there to Miami. Played 4 seasons there. Won 2, lost 2. Left. Went back to Cleveland, which is unheard of, for about 4 years. Dominated there. Then went to LA Lakers, which is a big market, and he's coming behind some heavyweight players, most notably Kobe Bryant, and has been dominating there for the last 5-6 years. So, with all that said, what makes you guys think that he needed Miami Heat to be LeBron James when he was LeBron James when he got to the Miami Heat? I wait, because it just doesn't make no sense. The man said he knows the work he puts in. We see the work that he puts in. The man, 38, 39 years old, just had 30 points in Miami and I lost. And I lost against Miami Monday. See, and I'm going to say it. Because this show from Atlanta to New York, All Sports Talk, has no sponsors. So we got the right to say how we feel. And I don't mean that we got to be offensive, which we never are. But at least we say what we got to say. And I'm going to say it. And this is what I'm going to say. They want to connect LeBron with Miami and say that he needed them to be successful. Because it's just the old story of the black man cannot be successful without the help of the great white hope, aka Pat Riley. That's all that's about. You want to connect his success with Pat Riley. But to me, it makes no sense. Because if I've been playing in this league for 20 years and I've been successful playing in this league for 20 years and I made a stop over here for 4, how do I sit there and say that I needed them to be successful? Let's take out the 4 years that he played there. And let's just say he played 16 years. He still got 2 championships. He still got 16 appearances in the All-Star game. He still got 2 Finals MVPs. So how do we sit there and equate that and say he needed them? Now, am I sitting here saying that him playing in Miami didn't help in some shape, form, or way? Yeah, that's up for debate. But I don't even want to get into the debate part. Let's get into the factual part. And if we get into the factual part, we gotta say that Miami needed LeBron more than LeBron needed Miami. And I'm just going to stand on what I'm going to stand on. Why? Because y'all like to talk about this great Miami Heat culture. This great Miami Heat culture. Y'all love to talk about that. But guess what? The 3 championships that Miami Heat won, it came from them important players that was established. Yeah, that's right. I said it. And I'm going to say it again. The 3 NBA championships that Miami Heat won, it came from them important players. Established players. That's what it did. Let's look at that first championship. They had Shaq. They had Gary Payton. They had Antoine Walker. They had Alonzo Mourning. They had White Chocolate. They had Gary Payton. And granted, none of those players were who they were in their primes, but all those players I just named had winning pedigrees. Let's look at the last 2. You imported Mike Miller, you imported LeBron James, and you imported Bosh. That's how you won the championship. Now y'all keep talking about how great this culture is. Show me this culture winning a championship with the team they got now. Then I'll jump on board with how great this Miami Heat culture is. When now? If they had won the championship last year with the team they had now, that's a homegrown team for the most part, outside of Jimmy Butler, then I would buy into the Miami Heat culture. But at the end of the day, that team was a bunch of overachievers that got to the NBA Finals and got smashed. So forget that culture. When I think about winning cultures right now, when I think about that, I think about who San Antonio was when they was winning championships. I think about who the Golden State Warriors were when they win championships. Outside of them important Kevin Durant, who they clearly didn't need. But I think about that. I'm thinking about who Denver Nuggets are trying to become. Those are winning cultures. Point blank. So stop sitting there acting like LeBron James needed them to become who he is. And I agree with the man. Yes, he would have been the same player he is now if he hadn't made that stop there. And y'all know this. Why? How I know y'all know this? Because the whole world was mad that he decided to go to Miami.